رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا آمين يا رب العالمين. So here we are with our session number 110, Alhamdulillah, and I am going to start with a review. But before I start my review, I would like to ask a simple question. What do you think about this word? Can this be from family too? Barakallahu feek. Why not? Yes, it is not from family too, but what made you think that this cannot be family too? There is a clue there. It's Madin for family, whatever, but why cannot be this word from family too? Barakallahu feek, it's family one, but what is there in family two that you are not seeing here in family one? Very well done. This four letters. When you count your letters, my dear sisters, this is going to help you because ta is not going to be counted when you are distinguishing between family one and mazid fihi. Your family one, which is as-salasi al-mujarrad, you cannot have you should not have a confusion because family one is going to be just the three letters. There is nothing added, and this word khafat has the three letters kha, fa, fa, right? So the number of letters are three, and this ta is taul tanis, right? This is taul tanisul fail. This is for to show you that the damir mustatir in this word was here. Yes or no? This is not going to be counted when you are going to determine the number of letters, right? So when you go back and you see khaffa, you only you only are dealing with three letters. So there should not be any confusion between this word and any word from family number two. Will you keep this in mind, inshallah, for future and not just jump on to call every letter with shadda family two letter or family five letter? Is this clear, my dear sisters? Alhamdulillah. So always remember your ta, your aliful isnain, everything that you have been learning from term two, you are not going to count that. When it comes to root letters and mazid, something mazid, then look for mazid, okay? For example, if I show you this word, adra, adra, this alif is coming from ya of the root letter, okay? This baby alif, alif al-hanjariya, is coming from ya of the root letter. What family, is this? Which family is this? This is family four because of Hamzatul Qata. There is something in addition to the three letters, dal, ra, ya were the root letters, and you are seeing something additional, right? But do not include any sign of mudari, any sign of plural or feminine when you are counting your words to determine whether this is family mazid fihi versus this is salasi mujarrad, because that's a basic distinguish, that's a there are two big chunks that are out there. You're going to be dealing with salasi mazid fihi as salasi mujarrad, though the most common is as salasi al mujarrad, which we have not covered yet, but those are the two main things that you're going to see. Very rarely you are going to see rubai. Very rarely you are going to see very common al-mazid fihi families, but since you will see them, I may introduce you to them, but that is, the main thing is don't jump on to answer just based on shadda family. Yes, I have taught you shadda family, but I have also taught you that the number of letters in family number two are four. I have also taught you the number of letters in number five, which is also another shadda family, is they are how many letters in shadda family? In when you are in ta'allama, how many letters are we seeing? 5, right? So these things are important, right? Because we are, when I'm spreading out each and everything, and we are doing our reviews, how, separating each and everything and dissecting each and every word. So make sure, that you go back and, think through things before, you determine the family, because, in future you will be doing it on your own, right? So you should be well prepared for that. So now I'm going to show you another word now that I have it open. At-takasur. What do you think can be this word from? Takasur. So you should remove al from the word. You should remove al from the word and then go on to takasur. Your word is takasur. This ta mushaddada is just because of alif when you have lamul shamsiya, lamul kamriya, when you read in if you have come across that. So that, how if you are just going to not read the lam with some letters, right? Ashams, it's following, the rule. This is not the original shadda, it's just because of the tajweed. So just think of this word as takasur. When you think of this word as takasur, what comes to your mind? What is additional in this word? Number one, tell me the letters that are added letters, that are mazid letters in this word, takasur. This is just, this is not that. This is not ibdal. And ibdal means that, you are changing your ta into something else, right? It's al. It's al. The word has al in the beginning, so cannot be taul mudare, right? The ta cannot be from mudare, right? The word has al in the beginning. The word is an ism, right? So ta is added, alif is added. Ta and alif are added. So which family has ta and alif? Ta before the first letter, alif after the second letter. That is family number 6. What is this word is an ism that you should be able to determine because of the al in the beginning. So if it is an ism with al in the beginning, is it ism masdar, fa'il, maf'ul, or zarf? Those are the 4 questions that come to the plate after we determine the word is an ism. So at-takasur, as Sister Zohra has, I think, previously written, I think that was Sister Zohra, right? It is, no, Sister Zohra has written ta and alif are extra, and Sister Zohra has written 6, but it is a masdar, right? So everyone with me? Huh? And yes, we are going to see some additional shaddas because of the tajweed reason, but don't get confused with them. When you are seeing, at-takasur, just, one by one, just see, where is what is added in this word, okay? If my root letters were kaf, sa, ra, what is additional? What am I seeing that is not the content and is a part of the container? So the part of the container that you were seeing were ta, letters ta and alif. So is it now clear to each and every one of you? Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's go over the review for today. Okay, Bismillah. So now my first question for you is, and lam? What is lam? Sister Ranaz, what about lam? Oh, alif lam, you mean? Okay. Yeah, so just, that's not going to be the, the al is still not going to be the part of your container. Okay? Al is an additional harf that is like the. When you say the book, is the part of the word, or is a special a different article that you use before book? Similarly, how you are using separating the from the book, you are not calling them one word. You are going to keep al separate, okay, for now. And also in future too. It has, it's a harf. It's a harf that attaches itself to an ism, and has different purposes that we will inshallah one day go over, but that's not going to be the part of the container. The part of the container was ta tafa'ul. The container was on the mold was tafa'ul. So now fa kalima, ain kalima, lam kalima, you figured out, and then you figured out ta is extra, alif is extra, which is a part of the container, not a part of the content. So this is family number 6. So family number 7 and family number 8 have alif in their masdar. We all know, right? Iktiraban, infialan, right? So this alif that is seen in the masdar is seen after faul kalima, ainul kalima, or lamul kalima. Alif after ainul kalima. Barakallahu feek, my dear sisters, very well done. Yes, you are seeing it after ainul kalima. Intisharan, iftialan, intiqaman, right? So if you have to choose between family 7 and 8 with the root letter foul kalima being noon, if the foul kalima is noon and you have to, or if it is not noon or ta, whichever, if the foul kalima is noon or ta, which family will you pick and why? If I have to give you this word intashiru, which one will you pick, my dear sisters? You are going to pick family number 8 because family number, always you are going to pick family number 8, okay? Whenever you have a confusion between family 7 and family 8, because of the fa kalima being noon, it is, the fa kalima is noon. It is not, the fa kalima is not going to be ta. Fa kalima is always going to be noon. In tashiru, nashar. Nashar means spread out. When you have completed your salah, then spread out in the earth, okay? And then seek the fadl of Allah. Go back to your businesses. Don't just sit around. Don't just, after your Jummah prayers, don't just sit in the masjid chatting with your friend while you have a lot of work, that you have left behind. And you have told your employer that, you have to go and make it to the Jummah because of, because it's a religious obligation on you. But after performing Jummah, people must go back to work. Yes or no? Yes, right? You know, a believer, a Muslim is not a liar, is not a teacher. Not a teacher. They can be, it's not a cheater, right? Is not dishonest. Always remember that. Always remember that. And this is very important. Sometimes, our norms changes over time, right? So it is important that you make it to Jummah prayers. Yes, especially for men, but and if women are also encouraged, but if after you are done with your prayers, go back to work, okay? Just don't sit around and chat with your friend about the latest trends and all that. I'm this is I'm speaking aloud and telling myself. So ibdagu, I did not underline this. Let's try this one. Where is this word coming from? Ibtagu. Yes, foul kalima is known in this word. Yes. So foul kalima is noon. Noon, sheen, ra, the root letters of the word. Ta is extra. And this is why ta is extra. Hamzatul wasal is extra. That is why this is Felul Amr from family number 8. Ibtaghu. Family number 8. Hamza is extra. Ta is after the first root letter. So Ba, Ghain, Ya are the root letters. Barakallahu feek. Yes, because there is one Amr there, and yes, there is another Amr here, and you seek from the favor of Allah. Right? Make sense or no? Now, let's see. Tuflihuna. Real quick, Tuflihuna. Family 4, and this is Mudare from family 4. Intiqamin. Intiqamin. Where is this word coming from? Family 8, Yes, because of the ta, you were given a choice. It could be noon or ta. It could be noon family or ta family. So between 7 and 8, you have to pick 8. You have to. It is not inkilaban. It is going to be iqtiraban, because if you say it inkilaban, then right, it is going to be go to family number 7. But this is not family number 7. This is family number 8, because you always have to pick whenever you are given the choice. Call noon your foul kalima. Okay. Now comes your word iddakara. Iddakara, and let me just enlarge it for you so everyone can see it properly. Okay. Iddakara, family number 8, Aisha. And okay, how I'm going to take it. Yes. Okay. Okay. So what is additional here? Very well done. Ta converted into dal. Hamzatul wasl was in the beginning of the word. And kaf kalima which was ainul kalima, is not mushaddad. Iddakara. Iddakara. There is an ibdal that happened. So with ibdal, you are seeing a mushaddad. First letter is mushaddad, and first letter of the word is mushaddad because of ibdal. And there are two letters. One is da. One is this is Felun Madin. Yes. One is Zal. Very good job. So what happened here? The Ta first changed itself into Dal, right? And then what happened? Then Zal of the root letter also got changed into Dal, and they merged together. They said, okay, I'm going to wear the same dress as you. Okay. I'm not, they became best friends. And you know how best friends are back in those days? The era that I'm from, people, they never have this ideology that if I'm wearing something, then it should be only I am wearing something. Twinning was very common, yes. And in those days that I belong to, people used to love to twin with somebody, with their friend, with their best friend. And still my mother tells me that it's so nice that you have the same dress as your friend. So alhamdulillah. Yeah, but those were the days, good days, alhamdulillah. So yes, so they both twinned together, and they said that we are going to wear the same dress. So Zal of the root letter got changed into Dal as well. Okay. So alhamdulillah, I'm so happy and pleased to see how you all remember that, how this Ibdal business worked. Okay. So is it difficult? Now that you are exposed to this, do you find it hard, or it's coming, you think you're getting the hang of it? What do you think? Right? Right? It's getting, yeah, alhamdulillah, and it's going to take time, and inshallah everything will fall in place. Unabbi'ukum. Yeah, Sister Samina, I always confess, and I have no shame in telling people, when I used to do this, I have watched each and every lecture of Ustad for 10 times. And I have no problem telling people this. I have gone over those lectures 10, 15, 20. My sister used to tell me, okay, look, watch something else and then come back to it. Why are you spending your whole day in this one on this one ayah? Sometimes, if my head is stuck and I'm not able to, understand it, I will go back to the same class, same lecture. And I did not stop there. I never stopped. I did the same thing while I was going through my Talimul Quran. If I don't understand something, I go back to the class, to the recording 10 times, 20, 15 times, 20 times. Try to, I don't have any shame in doing that. And still, if I don't know something, I will do anything to learn it. So yes, coming back to the class, alhamdulillah, family 2 mudare, and ana is the doer, and hamza is the alamatul mudare, right? Everyone with me? And this hamza is also called hamzatul qata. Remember that, okay? Alamatul mudare, since it never loses its haraka, so it is also hamzatul qata. Is it clear, my dear sisters? But does not matter. Does not matter. Because it can never be without haraka. It can never be without haraka. It is still hamzatul qata. Let me show you. Like this is hamzatul qata because it belongs to family 4. This hamza is also hamzatul qata. Okay. Okay, is it clear, my dear sisters? Every Hamza that never drops its haraka, whether it is Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, is called Hamzatul Qata. We call it very special, like we treat it very in a very special way when it comes to family number 4, because we have 5, 6 families or more than 5, 6 families that have Hamzatul Wasal in them. So to help distinguish, to make a difference between Hamzat, between those families, we treat Hamzatul Qata family 4 very, very specially, because that is the only Hamza that comes in the Amr of only and only family 4, where you see lots of Amr throughout the Quran with Hamzatul Wasal. Make sense or no sense? So when it comes to sarf, that Hamzatul Qata is treated as very special entity, but Hamzatul now Ana, what is going to be this Hamza? This is also Hamzatul Qata, my dear sisters. Okay, but since I had to teach you, because there is one family with Hamzatul Qata, there is only one family with Hamzatul Qata as a part of the container. It was very important to make it very special, to make it a big deal. So now that yeah, so but now, because you needed to learn all those families with Hamzatul Wasal as well, right? Okay, so now let's see this word, ta'wili. Ta'wili. So first of all, most of my sisters here have been doing word to word, right? Barakallahu feek, Sister Shamim. I have not even finished my question, and Barakallahu feek, I'm very proud of you all. Okay, so there is, think about it. There is ta in the beginning, ta'aliman, ta'aliman. So this Hamza is at the place of Faul Kalima, right? Taf'ilan, taf'ilan. Hamza is at the place, Hamza is the Faul Kalima. Waw is the Ainul Kalima. And this lam is lamul kalima. The root letters are hamza, waw, lam, right? Awwal. Awwala yu'awwilu ta'wilan. Fahuwa mu'awwalun. And I will be teaching you an entity, a concept called al-masdarul mu'awwal very soon, inshallah. So that comes from family number 2 as well. Okay? Ta'wil. Everyone? Got it? Or no? There is no alif in this word, my dear sisters. There is no alif in this word. There is a ta, there is a hamza of the root letter, and there is a ya. Just like ta'aliman, taf'ilan, ta'wilan. Okay? Ta'wilan. Now comes arsilu. Arsilu. Where is this word coming from? 7 more minutes and we have to go to the new session, okay? The new lesson. So aslama, barakallahu fi. So aslimu, yes, it is just sounding like aslimu. So it's my family number 4. This is my amr, or this is my madin, or this is my mudare. What barakallahu fi, it's my amr, because I'm saying an ainul kalima with kasra. My ainul kalima is maksur, right? Maksur means what? The letter that has been given a kasra is called maksur, right? If a letter is given a fatha, it is going to be called maftuh. If a letter is given a dhamma, it's going to be called madmu. So just like that, you get these words. Yassarna. Yassarna. What do you think? It's coming from ease. Okay, now think about it. You have, what are the root letters? Go to the root letters. Ya, Sin, Ra are the root letters. Ya, Sin, Ra are the root letters. So what is the number of letters in this word? You are going to focus on yes, sir only, right? Na is your naul fa'ili. That is your pronoun, right? I have taught you that in term 2. So is it 4? Yes, sir, na. There is a number of letters is 4. Yes, 4 letters. Barakallahu feek. I thought that you are calling it family 4, and I was almost having a heart attack, which I should not. You are, sometimes we all make mistakes. This is family number 2 because of ain kalima being mushaddad. There is doubling of the ainul kalima. Barakallahu feek. Now let's see this word. Muddakir. Muddakir. Barakallahu feek, ismu file from family number 8. And again, did you notice? Then is there anyone who will remember what were the root letters, my dear sisters? And these are very few. If you familiarize yourself with them, these words of Quran, it's going to make so much sense, and it's going to be so much fun to understand those words when you are going to go back to them. Okay, so again, there was a root letter that was zal. There was a kalima ta that was an added letter. So zal underwent ibdal to dal, and ta of the family underwent ibdal to dal as well. They did twinning. And you got this word muddakir. Iddakara yaddakiru iddikaran fahuwa muddakirun. Make sense or no sense? Yadda'una. Think about it. Yadda'una. What are the root letters? What are the root letters? First, think about the root letters, and then we'll go to the, Dal, Ain, Waw are the root letters, right? What are you seeing mushaddad? Is it the Ainul Kalima or the Faul Kalima? What is appearing as a mushaddad letter? Or actually, it's not, it's not the doubling of Faul Kalima. To be precise, it's not actually, is actually the Faul Kalima doubling up? Or it's just the ibdal that is happening? To be honest, it is the ibdal that is happening, my dear sisters, right? The ta of the family, the Faul Kalima did not actually double up, right? It is the ibdal of family just. The ta of the family got changed into dal and got merged into the Faul Kalima. Faul Kalima remained unchanged. In this case, remained dal. It is obligatory for ta of the family to change into dal and get merged into the Faul Kalima in case when your Faul Kalima is dal. Okay? So this is family number 8. And idgham is obligatory. If you go back to your notes, you will find that it is mandatory or obligatory for idgham to occur in this case when Faul Kalima is dal. Okay? And now comes the next word, taddauna, the same way, right? Yaddauna, taddauna, I'm not going to spend time, right? The same. So everyone got it? Yes or no? And this is a tricky word because it is dal ain waw. This is nakis. So it's a tricky one. But you don't need to, I'm not asking you to focus on where is waw, where is this, where is that. I want you to focus on the basic surf of the family, okay? Basic surf of family number 8 and get your answers and move on from there, okay? Where did waw of the root letter go? Don't worry about that, okay? So if I asked you, who's the doer in this word? What is your answer? Waw is the doer. Barakallahu feek. And, do you see the waw of the root letter in this word? You are seeing it or not seeing it? No, you are not seeing it. So don't worry about it. That is not what we are going to cover today. So we are just going to, it is dropped, but we are going to focus just on the beginning of the word, right? It should not, because we have learned it, how to focus on, the main concept, right? So tadakhiruna. So let me tell you, wa unabbiukum, and I will inform you all of what you all eat and what you all store in your houses. In Pakistan, there's a word used. So before I tell you this word, in Urdu, there is a word that is used. Yes, zakhira karna, right? Very good job, my dear sisters. Now explore this word. Dissect this word. Tell me which family is this tadakhiruna coming from. Family number 8. And you think again, the root letter zal got changed into dal. They did twinning again, right? The family tha and the first root letter. They said that, we are going to wear the same dress on this Eid, okay? And then we will be just, we'll be two best friends. We are BFFs. We are just going to merge. We are going to hug. And then, this, idgham happened, okay? Everyone with me so far? Alhamdulillah. It's fun. You think? Alhamdulillah. Okay, now let's um, figure out few more words and as-saddaqa. This word I have covered before, but I'm just making sure that you do not forget this word. Okay, so as-saddaqa, as-saddaqa. First word is Hamza. First word is Hamza. Sod, Dal, Qaf are the root letters. Okay. So what is added here? There was a ta extra, and there was a shadda on the second. There was a shadda on the second letter. Now this is it's Sod, Dal, Qaf are the root letters. This is family five, my dear sisters. My dear sisters, remember if there was a family 8, family 8, you can see family 8, Ainul Kalima Mushaddad 2. But you are not going to then see Faul Kalima Mushaddad. Ta is either going to merge into Faul Kalima or Ainul Kalima. Okay? It's not going to merge into both of them. Is it possible for ta of the family in case of family 8 to merge into Faul Kalima as well and then to merge into Ainul Kalima as well? Does it make sense? No, it does not make sense. And you have not been taught like that, right? You will either see Mushaddad, first letter Mushaddad, or you will see a second letter Mushaddad. Yahassimuna. So Yahassimuna, Sod was Mushaddad because Sod was the Ainul Kalima, and your ta can get changed into Sod and can get merged into the Ainul Kalima as well in case of family number 8. So when you are seeing double shaddas, what should come to your mind? Double shaddas, first kalima, second kalima, and this is mudare. You are seeing all fathas, all fatahat, right? You are not seeing one fatha, all fathas. As-saddaqa, as-saddaqa. So many fathas. Though, and this mudare is mansoob as well because of Aisha. Why is this mudare mansoob? It's family 5 because of Faust Sababiya, hidden an after Faust Sababiya. Yes, this all fathas in your mudare are families 5 and 6. So this is family number 5. Okay. The ta of the family got changed into the foul kalima, which was sod. Ibdal occurred to the ta of the family. It was originally atasaddaqa. Atasaddaqa. But ta got changed into sod, and then it lost its haraka because when you have two letters the same two letters with mutaharrik, the first letter will lose its haraka and get merged into the second letter that you are seeing here. And this dal mushaddad is the original doubling of the ainul kalima that occurs in family number 5. What are the added letters in family number 5, my dear sisters? One more time. What is the additional? Ta before the first letter. Ta before the first letter is additional in family number 5. And then you see Ainul Kalima Mushaddad, right? Tasaddaqa yatasaddaqu, right? But atasaddaqu got changed into as-saddaqu because the ta of the family of the container decided that I'm going to twin with Sod of the Faul Kalima, and we are going to wear the same dress this Eid, and that's how they are looking now, and they're very best friends. Okay, so always sit together in every class. You're going to see them sitting together. They are inseparable. Okay, so I'm going to leave the review here because I have to cover the new lesson. What do you think? Should I think we should cover the new lesson, and I can keep on coming back and we can keep on reviewing as we have been doing. Do you think we are ready for family number 9? Who is ready? Inshallah. I need more ones so that we can start family number 9. Okay. So let's just start. Okay. So again, family number 9, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. It is your as-salasi al-mazid biharfain. What is meaning of this phrase? As-salasi al-mazid biharfain. How many letters will be additional? There are two letters, there are extra two letters, right? There are two extra letters. Harfain, two extra letters. Huh? Two extra letters, my dear sister. Harfain, muslimaini. Like harfaini is just like muslimaini, which is two. So this is your bab if'ilalan. Bab if'ilalan. This is in modern world, it's termed as family number 9. It's a family of colors and defects. Okay, it's a family of colors and defects. That's a very special thing about this. Very rarely used in Quran, but since it has been used, that's why I'm going to cover this family as well. So what is ziyada in this family? There is a hamzatul wasl that is that you will see in the beginning of the word, and you will see doubling of the lamul kalima. Now, for the first time, you are seeing doubling of the lamul kalima. Have you seen ever the doubling of any kalima before? Now, this is a trick question. Which kalima have you seen doubled up? Ain. And please don't say your faul kalima gets doubled up. It never gets doubled up. Everything that happens is a result of ibdal and idgham, right? You all agree to that? That when you see muddakir, it is because of ibdal and idgham. Your faul kalima never got doubled up. It remained singular. It may have undergone some changes, mimicking ta, but it remains unchanged, right? It does never gets doubled up. Only ainul kalima you have seen in family number 2 and 5, which gets doubled up, and this family, and there is going to be another family that we will inshallah cover very soon. They will have lamul kalima that gets doubled up. Okay, so you are going to see doubling of lamul kalima, which is unique and which you are seeing for the first time. So what are the special features of this family? It is used for colors. The meaning that you get is to turn color. So if I give you word ahmarra, it means he became red. Okay, abyadda, it means he became white or radiant. Aswadda, it means he became black. Yes or is it clear, my dear sisters? It is also going to be used for body defects. Okay, it is also going to be used for body defects. Abyadda also means he became blind. Okay, sorry, thank you for reminding me. And I check it one time, so many times, and still I make this mistake. This is a special feature of family number 9. Okay, this is not family number 8. Okay, I don't know why I'm not able to edit this, but this is 9. Okay, this is not supposed to be 8. This is supposed to be 9. Okay, yes, my copy paste problems. Yes, so it is 9. Okay, so there are the other feature that I want you to know in family number 9, and let me just 1 second fix it. Let me see. Okay. The other features that you are going to see in this family is there is not going to be any passive for this family. Okay, again, you only are going to have to remember one thing. Okay, so there are mainly you're going to remember 2 lines. Okay, there's going to be only 2 lines that you are going to remember in this case. Okay, so the like family 7, barakallahu feek. Yes, like family 7, family number 9 has no passives. Another unique feature about this family is there are going to be 3 amars and 3 nahis. Okay, how many amars and nahis that you're going to see? There are 3 amars and there are going to be 3 nahis that you have to memorize. I'm not going to be hard on you when it comes to memorizing amar and nahi of family number 9. I may not give it to you, but just, you should be familiar with those. You should know how they are going to look like, because there is a family that's going to be very similar to this family that you will cover in future. And if you learn this family very well, you will be very fast in picking the concepts of that family that we are going to go over in future. Okay. So interestingly, here I've been telling you that ism, maf'ul, and zarf spell the same, right? We have been learning that ism, maf'ul, and zarf are both going to spell the same. But in this case, you will see that ism file and zarf are identical in spellings. So which two sigas are going to spell the same in this family? Ism file and zarf are going to spell the same. Is this clear to each and every one of you? Previously, we have been learning that maf'ul and zarf spell the same and file has a kasra on ainul kalima. In this case, ism file and zarf are going to look identical. This family, as I said, is in the beginning, it is as-salasi al-mazid biharfain. There are two letters that are additional, okay? One is the hamzatul wasal and then second is the lamul kalima, which gets doubled up, okay? So now, salasi mazid fihi bab if ilalan, how is it going to look like? So, ihmarra, yahmarru, ihmiraran, fahuwa muhmarrun. When it comes to fi'lul amr, as I told you, it's going to have there are three amrs in this family, okay? It's going to be ihmarra, ihmari, ihmarir, ihmarra, ihmari, ihmarir. When it comes to fi'lun nahi, the same way you are going to see la tahmarir, la tahmarra, la tahmari, okay? And when it comes to zarf, it is muhmarrun. Everyone with me so far or no? Type 1 if you got it. So, and we are going to go over each and every siga and understand it separately, okay? So, again, ihmarra, yahmaru, ihmiraran, fahuwa muhmarrun. Al-amru minhu, al-amru minhu, ihmarra, ihmari, ihmarir. والنهي عنه لا تحمر لا تحمري لا تحمرر and والظرف منه مخمر. Yes, that's also something that is confusing. Yes, that your fail madin and failul amr may spell and look the same. But the good thing is, which book are we trying to learn? And which Arabic am I teaching you? What is the name of this course? It is Quranic Arabic Grammar. I'm not teaching you Arabic, right? I'm not teaching you the Arabic that is spoken nowadays. I'm teaching you Quranic Arabic Grammar, right? So when it comes to Quranic Arabic Grammar, we need to see how much of the word is seen in Quran. We have to concern ourselves mainly with Quran. So if the family is not used very much so in Quran, do we need to worry too much? Yes or no? You have to be exposed to it. You have to be able to identify it. But if it is very, very rarely seen, then you are on a good spot. Okay, alhamdulillah. And we are all on the on a safe side. And also, alhamdulillah, most of you have learned word to word. So by the context, you are able to determine whether it is Felul Amr versus Felul Madin. You will be able to determine in the case of these families. Okay, inshallah. Everyone with me so far? Everyone has a peace of mind now that we don't need to worry much about this family. We are covering it because it has been mentioned in Quran out of respect and out of love of Quran. I'm teaching you this family. So if there is only one word from the family, I'm teaching you that family. I have a plan, Bismillahi ta'ala, and life permitting. If I'm alive, I'm going to teach you that family just because the family was mentioned in Quran. Even if one siga was mentioned from that family, I am going to teach you that family. Okay? That is something that has been on my agenda, and I hope you are okay with that. So إحمر يحمر إحمرارا فهو مخمر. إحمر إحمري إحمرر. لا تحمر لا تحمري لا تحمرر فهو مخمر. Got it? Now, let's see how is it Madi going to be looking like. You will see Hamzatul Wasl before the first root letter, which is the Faul Kalima. Are you seeing the Hamzatul Wasl? When I leave the Hamza empty, think of it as Hamzatul Wasl, right? Because Hamzatul Kata can never be left empty. You all have understood it by now, right? That I'm never going to leave Hamzatul Kata empty because it always have a haraka. But sometimes I may leave it empty because of how you have, alhamdulillah, been learning the grammar so well that you are able to read the words without tashkil. I'm assuming that you can figure out without tashkil. When I say word tashkil, what do you think is this word coming from? Just a side question. Tashkilan. Family 2, and this is a mudare or file or maful or zarf or masdar. This is a masdar. Tashkilan is the masdar from family number 2. See how much, like when we say idgham, idgham bi gunna, idgham bi ghairi gunna. Where is idgham coming from? Idghaman, idghaman. It is family 4, just like Islaman, right? Masdar from family 4. So see, these words, you use them all the time. So it's very important to know where they are coming from. So Hamzatul Wasl is going to be seen before the Paul Kalima, and you are going to see doubling of the Lamul Kalima. So the word you are going to see is Ihmarra. Originally, the word was Ihmarara. Can you all see? The word was, how do we get to ihmarra? Let's see how we get to ihmarra. Ihmarra was originally ihmarara. Since I have taught you, there is an hamzatul wasl added and there is doubling of the lamul kalima. So both lamul kalima are going to have the same haraka, which is fatha, right? Ihmarara. When it comes to ihmarara, the rule that I've been telling you in Arabic languages, if two letters are the same letters, the first letter loses its haraka, becomes a sakina, and gets merged into the last letter or the second letter. And you end up with the tashdeed of lamul kalima. Is this clear, my dear sisters? Everyone with me? So on my slide, I have it, underneath, so that each and every one of you know how you have ihmarra mushaddad. What happened here? What was the mechanism? What was the process that the word underwent and we got this word ahmarra? So according to Arabic language, rules of Arabic language, if two letters are mutaharrik, when two letters are of the same type and are voweled, they are mutaharrik, and the letter preceding the first letter, which is mutaharrik, is also mutaharrik, the first letter that are same, the first letter will become sakin and the two letters will be assimilated. Assimilated means they will merge into one another. That is, idgham will be applied to them. Is this rule clear to each and every one of you, my dear sisters? Okay, so now this is what happens in case of when two letters are carrying the same haraka. Let's just go over our Filun Madin table and see if we have understood this concept. Ihmarra, ihmarra, ihmarru. Everyone with me so far? So, because of the waw after this lamul kalima, the mushaddad ra is getting a dhamma. Clear to all of you? Then comes ihmarrat, ihmarrata. Right? Everyone with me so far? The same changes that occurred to the word ihmarra happened to until here. Now, what have been I teaching you? When I was teaching you Felun Madin, I taught you from hunna to nahnu. Your lamul kalima has which haraka? From hunna to nahnu, and this was a very basic concept when I taught you Felun Madin originally. In term 2, I taught you it's your ainul kalima, the lamul kalima is going to be sukunified from hunna until nahnu. Everyone with me? So the same thing is going to be applied here. The last letter that I have taught you always is going to be with sukoon, now remains with sukoon. Now it is going to get opened up. Why this? There is no idgham here because the last letter was supposed to be with the sukoon. Are you getting my point? Because now these both ras in the case of hunna are not mutaharika, they are not voweled, because we call sukoon as a non-voweled, this letter with a sukoon is a non-voweled letter. Okay, it is a ghair mutaharik letter, right? The sukoon, you don't move anything when you are reading a sukoon, everything comes to rest. Okay, so for Sister Anas, when you were reading nasara, ra, nasara, nasaru, nasarat, nasarata, huh? Nasarata, nasarna. Now, what is the haraka on lamul kalima when it is hunna nasarna? What is the haraka on the lamul kalima in case of hunna nasarna, my dear sister? It's a sakoon. It's a sakoon. In case of nasara, nasarata, or nasara, nasaru, everywhere your lamul kalima was having a haraka. But when it comes to hunna, the lamul kalima in the original, in the standard word, in the word that is salim, has a sakoon, right? Nasarna. Similarly, now these both raws are not expected to have a sakoon, sorry, to have a fatha. Now, from here, from hunna, as I told you, the lamul kalima has a sakoon. So when the lamul kalima has a sakoon, and both are not, the first rule of idgham was applied because the both letters were mutaharrik. Here, the lamul kalima is not mutaharrik, therefore, now you have to open up instead of calling like ihmarna. Anyways, it's going to be very hard, but you are not going to, you have to keep them separate. Yes, regardless, you when you come to the you come to any hunna, what do you do to the lamul kalima? What do you do to lamul kalima? In any family, iktarabna, right? Inqalabna, hmm? Or when you are doing aslamna, hmm? You're putting a sukoon there. So when there is a sukoon on any kalima, the rules are little different. You then open them up. Okay, just see that from hunna I see a change on the lamul kalima. Therefore, I'm not going to apply the rule of idgham here. I am, when the final letter has sukoon, the two letters must be written separately. The rule is when the final letter has a sukoon, the final letter, please don't tell me the final letter here is noon. What is the noon here? Noonun niswa, it's your pronoun, right? The final letter was ra, right? The final letter was ra here, and it has a sukoon, so you cannot apply the rule of idgham. They must be written separately. Okay, so how I was taught, let me tell you, Ustad, when Ustad taught us, there was no such rules. Ustad gave us a table that, Ahmarra married Yahmaru, and they have a child called Ihmiraran, Fahwa, and then they have, something called Muhmarun. And we just memorized stuff. At that time, when I was doing it for the first time, I just memorized everything. There was no, I did not know what Arabic language was all about. I did not know the rules of Arabic language. So I did not know how things worked there. What was idgham? That was very foreign for me. So I just memorized everything. But alhamdulillah, it is, I could have just told you that you just memorize, this is a table, just memorize it. Okay? I don't need to go into details of this yet. Okay, I could have very easily gone over. Okay, this is ahmara, and from hunna ahmararna, you are going to see two ra's separate and just memorize it. Okay, but I'm telling you with the rule, just so that you know, something that will stick to your mind, and inshallah that may come in handy when you are going to learn another concept, inshallah, in future. Okay, so when the last letter is with the sukoon, you are not going to apply idgham on these letters. Okay, everyone got it? Now remember nasarna, and then think ra has a sukoon. So similarly, ahmararna, ra has a sukoon because the final letter has a sukoon. I am not going to apply idgham. I'm going to keep it separate. My dear sisters, everyone got it? My final letter. So that's what I'm saying. I have, asked people who have learned grammar before. Have they been taught those rules? Yes or no? Some very, I'll be amazed because I was, I just used to memorize everything, and I was good in memorizing. I was happy with that. Okay, that's fine. أحمر يحمر إحمرارا فهو مخمر. Okay, there is no kasra on the on the ainul kalima. That's fine. That's fine. And anyways, this is so less in Quran. Why should yeah. So when you learn what was the method, so then it's important that that might help you understanding different other words of Quran as well. Inshallah, you will learn the Quran is like like an ocean, and in this life of ours, we will only be able to touch very few drops of that ocean. Remember that thing. Remember, no matter how hard I work, there is always a rule that I'm oblivious of. Every day this happens to me. Every day. So I try to put in my bag as many pearls from this treasure as I can. And that is the goal. It's not, perfection is never going to, occur. It's, perfect is only Allah, right? We are all going to just try. Okay, inshallah. So just keep that in mind. I hope this is going to be easy, inshallah. Just, you remember and just tell yourself, now I have to see a sukoon. Sister Saima has taught me my letters, my siga, madin, from hunna to nahnu has a sukoon on lamul kalima. So in case of family number 9, I'm also going to see a sukoon from hunna till nahnu. Will you all remember this for me? And I cannot apply idgham here. I am not going to apply idgham because my final letter has a sukoon, inshallah, okay? Because now my final letter is a sukoon, I cannot apply idgham, okay? So now, because when we applied idgham, both letters were mutaharrik, as we can see here. Marara, both letters were mutaharrik, right? And even when I add an aliful isnain after it, both letters are mutaharrik, right? Ihmarara, right? So that is why I'm able to do it like ihmarru or ihmarra. I am able to apply tashdid, or I'm able to apply the rule of idgham. Okay, now let's see our fi'lun mudari. So in fi'lun mudari, you are going to see the special feature is you are not going to see any dhamma on the alamatul mudari, because again your fi'lun madin was 5-lettered, and you are going to, the most special feature is you are going to see doubling. You are going to see doubling of which kalima? And it's on the slide. You can see an answer. You are going to see a doubling of lamul kalima, which is a special feature of this family. And now see which sigas in case of your mudare had sukoon. Yansurna, tansurna, right? Those two sigas were there with the sukoon on the final letter, right? Hunna, yansurna, antunna, tansurna. So what are you going to see there? Are you going to see it as an idgham, or just seeing it as a doubling of the two of the lamul kalima, which will remain without any merging? There will be fakku idgham. Fakku idgham means there is no merging, separating. Yeah. So see, where you are going to see a sukoon on the final kalima, there is no idgham. Yahmarirna, tahmarirna. Is it Make sense or no? Okay, so we are going to just memorize until here, and I have to end the session. Just go over your tables and see the rules if you can, and try to memorize them. And inshallah, we'll catch up on Saturday, inshallah. And inshallah, we'll finish our family at that time. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته